Yo, what's up guys? BlizzCon was this past weekend as we all know. This video is just going to be me talking about my thoughts on BlizzCon and what I think we can expect from WoW Classic going forward. These are all just my own opinions on the current state of WoW Classic, just throwing that out there before anyone says anything in the comments, but let's get right into it. Classic Kata was announced. I don't think that was a surprise to anyone. We pretty much all saw that coming. It just makes sense for Blizzard to keep the Classic train going. Who knows when they will stop? Maybe we will eventually get Classic Dragonflight. No, I'm kidding about that one, but who knows. I personally am not super excited about playing Kata. I think a lot of people will drop off and go back to the vanilla version of the game in some way or another. Some people will probably continue on and play Kata though. I might level and do a tiny bit of PvP, but that might be the extent of my Kata journey when that drops. What I really want to talk about in this video is vanilla WoW and the season of Discovery. I have a lot of mixed feelings about it. I don't think it's going to be all the hype that everyone is making it out to be right now. What I mean is, Classic WoW, vanilla WoW, has a certain feel to the game and how it's played. Yeah, some class specs are insanely underperforming in PvE. Weirdly, I think PvP in vanilla WoW is almost perfect. I think there's a few specs that are kinda not quite where they need to be. Feral Druids, maybe even Enhancement Shamans. Although they can burst, but I still feel like they aren't quite there. But I think that's kind of the charm of what makes vanilla WoW the game that it is. PvP isn't necessarily completely balanced per se either, but what I'm getting at is vanilla PvP has a certain feel to it that you can't get with any other expansion. World PvP is alive, there's all kinds of trinkets that are insanely crazy, engineering is bonkers, you know what I'm saying. Let's talk about the things I do like about Season of Discovery first. I think Discoveries is a cool idea, making it kind of like a treasure hunt or Easter egg hunt for players to go out and discover these new powerful abilities. Sounds really fun and exciting. It kind of sticks to the heart of what makes vanilla WoW too. In the sense that players will have to work together as a community to find all of them. I think that's a very good thing. The level 25 cap at launch seems alright. It will allow more casual players to keep up. It almost feels like it's going back to the classic beta when they were capping the levels early on. My only fear with that is if they have the level cap at 25 for too long, people are going to get bored and drop off. They'll probably come back for every patch though, who knows. I just feel like you're going to hit level 25, you're going to get all your bis really fast, like you're going to get bored of the game and just stop playing. It will be interesting to see Ashenvale as basically the endgame PvP zone too. I hope the world PvP events they have planned are going to be really good and keep players engaged. For me, that's what I'm looking forward to the most. All I'm saying is Ashenvale World PvP is going to be insane, boys. So I actually like the idea of the rune system and how it works. You find these new abilities, you apply the runes to your gear essentially, and you get this new class ability. I think that system seems fun for a seasonal server especially. What I don't like about it are the skills we get. So at level 25, mages can already get Ice Lance, paladins already have Crusader Strike and Divine Storm. Don't get me wrong, I'm excited to use those abilities at level 25, but traditionally you can't get Crusader Strike till almost level 60 in Burning Crusade if I remember correctly. I just feel like they should have toned it down a little bit with the more retail-like abilities they're adding into SOD. I personally don't like the idea of mage healers, rogue tanks. Warlock tank is kinda I don't know. I mean, there's a fight in AQ40 where they do tanks, so I'll let that one slide, I guess. I like the idea of giving classes that are supposed to be tanks the support they need to tank, like a Paladin Taunt, buffing Feral Druid a bit, although they are good tanks already in vanilla. I'm also not sure about some of the balance changes, like giving classes things they're missing, Paladin and Feral Kick for example. I can't really think of other ones off the top of my head, but I'm sure they are there. Not every class needs an out to everything too. That's kind of what makes vanilla WoW the game it is. You need other people for things. My only guess is with all these crazy changes they're going with in SOD, it's essentially a testing ground for an actual Classic Plus, trying to gauge the player numbers, engagement, what people like and don't like, what runes don't belong in a vanilla Classic Plus, and what runes do belong in the game. I like the rune system and the ideas behind it, but I think they should make some of the more powerful abilities things you get later on in the game. But I get it, it's a seasonal server, they're going pretty crazy with it, and that's fine. We'll still have the permanent era servers up if we just want to go back to those. My closing thoughts, I am excited for SOD and I'm going into it with an open mind. I'm just going to have fun playing on a fresh server with my friends. I think it's going to be insanely unbalanced. Just imagine with all these crazy abilities when we get into actual level 60 raids, They will have to balance that out, or we're just going to clean sweep it. I also don't really think this game will necessarily be Classic Plus. My only hope is that the game still feels somewhat like vanilla. I don't want it to feel like I'm playing some weird hybrid version of vanilla and retail WoW, which is what it's looking like right now. If you enjoyed this video and made it this far, tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I also stream most Mondays and Fridays on Twitch and here on YouTube under the same name, Steven Bones. Anyways, peace.